crafty peeps, welcome to our fourth tutorial for our July Craftology box. And today I am going to make a pocket letter. So I signed up for a pocket letter swap and I thought, oh my gosh, this would be the cutest paper to make one with. So that's what I'm going to do. So you're going to need a 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. Now, let me explain this. I like to make my pocket letters a little bit sturdier, and that's why I use the cardstock. And then I put the paper on top of it. You do not have to do that. You could just automatically do it with your paper and start at that point. If you want to, go ahead and just follow the measurements on what I'm going to give you right now, which each pocket letter, each piece of paper that goes in a pocket letter, there's 9 pockets, and each piece of paper is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, and this is kind of how I figured this. It was pretty easy for me. So I take my paper and I turn it horizontally, and then I score at 2 3/4. Okay, then I score at 5 1/2. And then again at 8 1/4. And so each one of these is 2 3/4. So I'm going to turn it sideways, back vertically, and I'm going to score at 3 3/4. And then I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to score at 3 3/4. And then I'm going to cut this up, and basically this is going to be trash right here. Okay, but then here's all your squares. Now you will need an extra piece of paper, and if you're like me, you probably have tons and tons of extra cardstock, and so I just used my scrap paper and made myself my extra square. So this is or extra rectangle. This is 8, and you need 9. So now each one of these is going to fit in here really snugly, okay? And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to decide before, I'm not even going to tuck these in the pocket yet. I just measured this one just to make sure. If you need to make some adjustments, all you have to do is just take off minor little edges, but I doubt that. This should be pretty perfect. Let's see. So I'm going to take my leftover paper that I have so far, and I'm just going to randomly pick out, you know, what I want to use. So I'm going to start off with this one, and I'm going to go ahead and make several different colors of the paper, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So and then I'm going to go to 5 1/2, and this is just trash. And then I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do 3 3/4 because I already know that's the length I need to be. And then that's all you have to do until you have your 9 squares. And then I will be back once I have all my 9 squares, and we'll go to our next step. Rectangle. Okay, I'm back. So I've got them almost finished. And some of them I actually used the cut apart cards, like this one in particular, and I just cut it to the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and then I just put my score tape on the back and laying them down. Now, you don't have to do this, like I said. You could just cut them out and then put them in there, but I kind of like the idea of when they look on the back of it, it's just going to be solid white. And I kind of need to cut this one down just a bit. So, now at this point, I'm going to kind of decide where I want my little doodads. And I'm just going to lay this out on top. And you can kind of see with the glare. I kind of like the idea of the fresh cut flowers in the center. And I just kind of do what catches my eye. Oops, I forgot to put one of these down. Let's see. Kind of like the wheelbarrow at the top. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. I think I kind of like this idea. I just need to get out my score tape again and finish this one up. I'll do that real fast. Yeah. Burnish my edges. Sorry about that. My battery was saying that it was running low, and I'm like, what the heck? And it accidentally unplugged itself. So, okay. Let me go ahead and do this last one. If I like that. Maybe I will do this. Yeah, I think I like this pattern the best. And so I don't forget, I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of it. I know it's kind of crazy, but that's the way I think it's kind of the best to remember, because I'll never forget. I mean, I'll never remember. So I just I'm going to do that. So I remember the order. Okay. And then now at this point, I grab all my little fun stuff here, my flowers and everything, and sometimes I will put stuff on top of these and layer it up. And that's probably what I'm going to do with this one. I'm almost sure of it. Like, I like the idea of maybe the wildflower being in the center of this. Let me see if I'm doing that right. That looks about right. And then I love the little gnome. And I'm thinking I might have him right there. And probably the bird right up in here. So that way these don't look so plain. And it adds a little layering effect to these. Let's see. This one, I'm trying to think here. I might do like Get Your Happy On. I may try to pop that one up. So I'm going to put that to the side for a second. Oh, here they are. Sorry. I was looking for my little pop dots. You kind of have to be careful on some of these. It may not fit in the pocket. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on top. I think that's probably going to be the best. And then for these littler ones, might have to say Farm Fresh. And let's see, I've got this little bucket here. Let's see, that looks kind of cute. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. You know, maybe I should put the bucket on the other side now that I just thought about that. Please don't tear, please don't tear. Yeah, it didn't. Yay! So I'll do the bucket on the other side and burnish it in since I lifted it. Let me just go ahead and get my little Nomi guy in there too. And the Farm Fresh. Okay, so now at this point I can go ahead and start tucking them in, and I'm going to put them in order. And I wait until the very end to put my little items in the back, which is my letter, my actual pocket letter to my partner, and all my little goodies that I'm going to send to, like stickers and all sorts of little chipboard yummies or something like that. I never know. And it's wanting to stick. So, probably because I have it on video. Okay, I'm going to need to cut this down just, I have this piece a little bit bigger on this side. So I'm going to trim it down just to squeeze that baby in there. Oops. Come on, you know you want to go in there. I guess this is what happens when you have them really tight. Yep, I'm going to have to take a little bit more off. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm probably going to put the rest of these in because I know you don't want to watch me keep on having to take off little bits here and there in case they don't fit in exactly. So, just slide that baby in. And that's kind of why I do the extra backing on it. But I will be right back after I finish sliding all these little puppies in there. And we'll continue on with it. Okay, I'm back. So now we have this done, and now it's ready to decorate. So this is where the fun part begins. So I've kind of grabbed some stuff out of my Craftology box, like the leaves and a couple flowers. I also had one leftover punched flower from my past projects that I was doing, and also I'm grabbing my pom-pom and my stickers. And this is what I'm going to do. I always usually put like a piece of washi or something right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and use this wood piece. I think it's really cute. And I just kind of call these little stickers washi sticker. I don't know why, but I just do. So I'm going to go ahead and Put that down. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess. And one thing you might want to do is, you don't have to do this, but I always like to put the holes back in for my partner, because a lot of people store these in their books. So I'm just going to flip it over so I can see where the original holes were, and I will add the hole back in so that it will fit in their binder wherever they store it. Okay, so that's really simple. And then here is my little jar that I made from before. So I kind of decided that I wanted to put it right there. And also I realized that I had two things that said Farm Fresh, so this actually will cover that up. That was a little boo-boo. I grabbed some of my yarn or string from my Petaloo fancy trims that you get in your kit, and I'm going to go ahead and thread this through. Oops, I think I need to make the hole a little bit bigger. I did the small one. Give me 1 second. No, here we go. There. Okay. Hopefully that will work now. Yes, perfect. Well, almost. There we go. And then I'm going to make another big hole on this one. I don't know why this just doesn't want to work out for me this morning. Oh goodness. Okay, let's try that one more time. Actually, I think I'm just going to, there we go. Now I got it. Okay. Then I'm just going to make a simple little bow. And if you want to get these kinks out of the bow, it's probably best to wet your ribbon or string, and then it will reshape itself. I mean, it'll get loose. And I may end up having to do that because I'm not liking how this is coming out. But we'll see in just a minute, because I am going to add my flowers and stuff to this, so I may be able to get it to work. Okay, so I'm going to grab my clippers and I'm going to go ahead and cut it as close to the base as I can without ruining the flower. Because sometimes if you get too close, the whole thing will just fall apart. And I did pretty good on that one. And the leaf, I'm going to trim that too. And put that in the trash. So then I'm going to kind of, before I glue anything down, I want to see how this is going to look. So I'm going to put the leaf there. Or leaf. Can't talk right this morning. Okay. And then I was thinking about putting these flowers kind of like in here. And still, to me, the bow seems too big. So I'm going to make it a little smaller. Oops, that one don't want to get smaller. There we go. And I can actually cut some of this off. And you can fast forward this part. I mean, this is just me fussing with this, trying to get it to look right. But you know what? I'll just come back to that so that way y'all can get an idea of what I'm doing. So I just grabbed a little tiny small brad to fit in here. And it doesn't matter what color you're going to use because I'm going to put one of these little enamel dots on top of it. And I'm going to turn it a little bit. That's looking real cute. And I'm going to add just a touch of glue there. Just because we know that these stickers don't stick very well. And that's looking so cute. Okay, let me turn it a little bit. Okay. So maybe I can do it like a different way. Okay, but I will do this also. I grabbed this little, it says get your happy on. And I kind of want it to have a 3D effect, so I put some double-sided sticky pop dots on the back. And I'm going to use a little bit of glue because I want it to stay. Just a tiny bit, no big deal. And I decided I want this to kind of go right there. I'm just going to leave it alone because it's not dry yet. And then I was thinking too that I kind of want to do like a banner. I'm not sure. Maybe I should move this down here. Or I could do it on this side. I do know I like this sticker, okay? And so what I'm trying to do is get it to be on here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to leave just a little bit of a tail. And I know this is going to stick real quick, but I'm going to lift that up. It's not a big deal. I'm just trying to get this end right here. You can hear my son's singing in the background. I'm just going to cut off the excess here. Well, maybe with a different pair of scissors. Apparently these don't want to work. There we go. And I think this will be like really cute right about there. So actually, I can cut off some more of this pom-pom. I mean, you have a couple options. I mean, you could just keep it on the other side. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I kind of like it right where it is. Maybe just pull it up a little bit more. Cut off that excess. Yeah, that's looking so cute. But I am going to cut off this part. This is driving me crazy. See if I can get it without cutting up the tape. Here we go. There, perfect. Well, almost near perfect. It is kind of making me a little cuckoo right there. Anyway, you kind of get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I don't think I'm going to do too much 3D on here. I'm really liking how this is looking. I'm just going to fix this up right here, and that's it. I think it turned out really cute. I'm really happy with the product, and you'll see the finished pictures. Thanks, y'all. Hope y'all have a great one. Bye. Mwah.